It's episode 68 of the Digital Marketing Masters podcast. I am Yolanda Rose, digital marketer, and every week I bring you easy, actionable tips, content, and strategies that you can use to grow your business online almost immediately. Now, most likely, the time you're listening to this, we're in the middle of lockdown. My country, South Africa, has just announced an extension to the lockdown, and I'm sure many other countries are doing the same. And it seems like the next 2 months is going to be tight, and hopefully we see countries loosening up the restrictions. But it's a matter of money or life, and I'm glad to see many countries are choosing life. Yeah, it's just the way it is, and if we are small business owners, we taking it in the face, unfortunately. And we got to keep business going as much as we can. And I have spoken about this a couple of episodes back, where I mentioned and I spoke about how you can increase sales during this time. But obviously that will eventually exhaust itself. You're going to have to come up with other ways of engaging your audience. And last week I spoke about how you can engage your audience with Facebook Lives. But the thing is, everybody's doing that. How do you stand out from the crowd? Every time I go online, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, all I'm seeing online is webinars. For some reason, the webinars are just finding me. Webinar this, webinar that. I mean, so there's some really good webinars that are coming out, but everybody's going the way of a webinar. How can you stand out and keep that audience engaged? Now, not everybody wants to spend about 11 hours a day on webinars. They maybe want to go outside, play with the dog a little, come inside, watch some Netflix. They don't want to be staring at a webinar all the time and having this one-way conversation with somebody and learning something new. It's going to be exhausting. And I've been looking for ways that I can engage my audience, although I'm not selling right now. It's just the way the market is and how my business is positioned. But I can't sell, and I have to come up with other ways to engage my audience. Last week, I put up a video in one of my groups on how to make this coffee. I see this whipped coffee everywhere. So I pulled out my phone and I whipped the coffee, and I showed everybody how I make this coffee, how it makes me feel like I'm on holiday. It's one of my holiday groups, actually, my holiday sales groups. So that's what I did. So I'm looking for new and innovative ways in which I can really engage my audience. And I really found one. I actually spent my whole Easter weekend looking at researching this topic, and I actually found a couple of solutions for it. So I found that pub quizzes, virtual pub quizzes, are a great way to keep you entertained during the lockdown. And you can even host your own pub quiz as well. So millions of people are working from home, and the pubs and the bars are temporarily closed. And I know many people are wishing to go to their local watering hole, but it's not possible. So here are some ways how you can get that feel going again, that sense of camaraderie that happens at the pub or at the bar, where everybody's queuing up for quiz night. They have their teams together and they get up and ready to go. So a platform called Spectacular Quarantine Quizzes hosts regular themed quizzes online that are free to enter, but organizers encourage people to donate a small amount that goes towards charity. And they have all different kinds of themed quizzes going on, like Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones. Another really unique app that has really come up in the lockdown period is an app called the House Party app, which has grown in popularity for obvious reasons and allows you to socialize and play games with your friends from the comfort of your own home. So it's a very similar platform to Snapchat, where users would have to create an account and add their friends into their house party. That's house party in inverted commas. Once the guests have joined, you can play against each other in a variety of games, including a trivia quiz. So the app allows you to see your fellow players' reactions to getting answers right or wrong in real time, and you can chat to each other while responding to the questions. This adds an extra element of fun with players being able to joke around with each other and gloat when they win, like you do in a regular quiz night at your local bar. And one of the best places to find virtual quizzes online is virtualquizevents.co.uk. Now, there's hundreds of quizzes that are organized for charity fundraisers, and charities can easily schedule their quiz, and players can join at their preferred time for a fee of a small fee. So the contestants who come first, second, or third each win a small cash prize, and the charity takes the rest of the collected money as a donation to their cause. Virtual quiz events have dozens of quizzes organized over the weekend, meaning there's no shortage of fun that can be had. So, all while helping a good cause when they need it the most. Another platform called Sqlife. Now, initially, this platform was designed as an app to help people participate in real world pub quizzes, and the makers of speed quizzing have now developed a way to let users compete against each other remotely. So, by downloading the free app, Sqlife, people around the world can host and play interactive online quizzes. You'll need a reliable internet connection to join in, as well as an Android device or a Kindle Fire tablet to play or host a quiz. Your computer screen must be connected to video, such as Zoom, so that you can see and hear other players while you compete. So each question has a 10-second answer time limit, which is designed to prevent cheating and to ramp up the excitement. And the app also maintains a leaderboard, so players can track their progress easily. So each event has a set number of places, but in theory, there's no upper limit on the number of people who can take part in virtual quizzes. A virtual pub quiz hosted on Thursday, the 26th of March 2020, was joined by nearly 200,000 people across the world. In a post on Facebook event, Jay said that, "I'm blown away with the level of interest in what started as my way of keeping the quiz teams that used to come along on Thursday night entertained." So how can you create your own quiz? There are a lot of ways to make quizzes for friends and family. One, you can use the simplest platforms such as Google Forms, but that's not very exciting. Ideally, you would want to use a platform called myquiz.org. Now, this platform allows you to create your own quiz that can be played in real time by up to 100,000 concurrent players. Unfortunately, any game that would more than 100 players is going to cost you money. So if you have less than 100 players, you can use the platform at no cost. Most people won't need to invite that much, but if you're a big business, you're really targeting your immediate community, $40 a month is not bad, especially during this time. Maybe you're not going to even use this for in the long term. It can just be a lockdown marketing strategy that you implement. So when the quiz has started, players can see the questions pop up on their smartphones and can click on their chosen answer. The results are touted by MyQuiz and put onto a virtual leaderboard. So I think that this solution, the MyQuiz solution, is a great way to keep people engaged. You can do some marketing for it online on your various social media platforms and have it themed, like we spoke earlier about Game of Thrones or Lord of the Rings. I mean, if you really know your audience, and I hope that you do, you know what they like. If they're a family, if they're a young family, you're talking about My Little Pony and PJ Masks. If your target market is a lady, so you want to maybe talking about makeup and heels and celebrities. I mean, you know your audience. So find the theme around that. Put some Facebook ads towards it, some social media ads towards it, and run the quiz. Maybe you can give away whatever your business is. If you're a restaurant, give away a family meal for after the lockdown period ends. But this is a great way. I mean, it's something completely different. You're not asking people for their time to watch a boring webinar. Whatever marketing is happening right now, it's just one way. But this quizzes are real time. People are engaging, and it's different. And I'm sure if you start it, your competitors are going to follow, and you'll find other businesses following. But you're going to be the first in your area, in your niche, to get started on something this unique. So go and check out these platforms. I'd love to know if you've implemented these. Also, if you are going to implement this, send me a link. My email address is yolanda@yolandarose.com. Send me a link. I'd love to participate and see how the strategy worked out for you in your business. So that's it for me. It's a quick one, a lot of value in it as well. So I'll chat to you next week. I'm waiting to hear some feedback on the quiz night, and we'll chat soon.